Hello, my lovely humans. Welcome to another Halloween video. Today we're going to talk about costumes and considerations for costumes. So as you can see, I'm really big into costumes, and this is one of the looks that a lot of people have loved the most, even though it's one of my most simple. There's only two prosthetics that I glued to myself. The rest is just some green cream paint and some green eyeshadow, and that's really the only makeup I have on. And then I have a wig that I back brushed and threw some baby powder into, and I got a witch's cap that you can, this is the kind that you can get from any general store. However, this is why we're going to talk about costume considerations. With it being today when I am filming, it is Thursday, but this is going to be up on the Monday, the week before Halloween. So when you're seeing this, it's the 23rd. So Halloween is coming up. Both of the weekends, because it's on a Tuesday, could be considered Halloween weekend. So that's when lots of parties and trick-or-treating and Halloween events are happening. So when you're picking out a costume, and these tips could also apply for cosplaying if you're getting into that. And one of the things is cost, not just in terms of time, but if you're going to make prosthetics, money. A cheap way to make your own prosthetics is cotton balls and liquid latex. Both of those are relatively cheap, even with everything being expensive. However, like, I bought these because it was cheaper to buy both of these rather than try to construct a nose this long myself. And it was cheaper to get it with the chin than it was just with the nose by itself, because Amazon, I don't know. But you need to consider the cost, like how much wearability are you going to get out of this? If it's a really expensive costume that you only plan on doing once, maybe get a lower end model. And when you're considering your costume, considering eating and drinking, I don't recommend this costume for things just because I was not able to eat today. I had a smoothie today because my nose blocks here and there isn't any room to get, like, the automatic place to put eating is hard. So consider eating and drinking. If you're going to be having fangs in, are you going to drink something that's going to dye them a color? Red wine will dye a lot of plastic fangs pink. Is it going to be comfortable for you to wear? Are you going to be having alcohol? Are you going to be able to get the wig, get out of your costume, get the prosthetics off after you've been drinking? If you're going to be going out for a couple hours, are you going to be able to comfortably sit down, do dancing? Because if you're going to be doing, if you want to like get down at the club, maybe a long Morticia dress or some drooping robes are not the way to go. Also, when it comes to prosthetics and makeup like I have on, are you going to be sweating at the location? Is it outdoors? Is there a chance of rain? Are you going to need to carry around with you? Because I did. I had to reapply this, and I had to reinforce the top of this one, but this one I had to full on reapply twice. So I had to carry the liquid, a little jar of liquid latex with me. So are you going to be using something like spirit gum, or Prozaid, both of which require very special removals, like spirit gum remover and Prozaid remover, and you cannot get them off safely without that, without causing serious damage to your skin. So it's like, are you going to need to carry around liquid latex? Are you going to need to carry around eyelash glue or the paint to touch up? Are you going to be doing something on a stage where there might be sweating? And there's also the after consequences of costumes, especially heavy makeup and prosthetic costumes. Pulling, even gentle pulling of these things, can cause redness. How sensitive is your skin? How long are you going to be wearing this? I've been wearing this for about 10 hours. So is your skin going to be okay with that? If you just wash it and make sure it's moisturized, is that going to be okay? Or are you going to be so broken out? Is that something you're willing to deal with? Are you willing to put on this much makeup? Now, this one took, like I said, only 20 minutes, but are you willing to do something more intricate that's going to take you 2 hours for an event that's also 2 hours that's going to take 10 minutes to come off? So you need to like think about everything in terms of the time, both as you're doing it, as you're getting the costume on, the prep time, and the afterwards. Like, are you going to brush back your own hair? Because I could have done this to my own hair, but I'm not willing to do that because of how tangled and absolutely destroyed and how long it takes to get my hair to be nice again after back brushing and back combing this much, and the amount of hairspray that it takes on my own hair. Not a fan of. There's also some other things to think about. If you spray paint your body with an aerosol body paint and there's going to be a bonfire, how flammable are you? There's also the, are you willing to get stained? Because like there is a really good chance that I still look green after I take this off. Because sometimes if you only have makeup on for a couple hours, you're usually pretty good. But red, black, and blue paints tend to stain the most. The red hair dye will not come off of anything. All right, it will take forever. You will still be finding pink spots weeks if you are not careful with that spray. The black is the same thing. You will get little purpley dashes of things that, and they'll stain your ears and stuff like that. So are you willing to get stained? Losing my hat. Do you have the stuff to keep your hat in place? Because this did keep falling off today because I wore this to work. This is also not the costume to wear because of the face thing. If you want to be kissing people, if you want to like get a hookup at the bar hopping or whatever. I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you know that prosthetics are a thing to consider if that's one of your intentions for the evening. You just got to think about all those things. It's not just, I want to be this character. There's all the other encompassing things to consider. And so many of those things, like the prep time, if you make your own prosthetics, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it can take 24 to 48 hours for it to dry before you get to paint it. How much time are you willing and actually logistically able to dedicate to that? Or are you a simple person? Are you like, I'm going to dress up as Shaggy where I really just need some red jeans and a green shirt? That's totally cool. Not everybody has to be this extreme, but know who you are, know what you're comfortable with, and if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone for Halloween, know your limits. Like, am I willing to be stained, carry around makeup to touch up with all night and things like that. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little video about some like tips and considerations for costumes, and I will see you in the next video. Bye my humans, happy Halloween!